Everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about Trybe, which a lot of you, if you're here, you're probably here from my TikTok video or you've been hearing about Trybe on TikTok. Note that it's Trybe, Trybe, but I'm going to show you the desktop version, but I do strongly suggest you getting the app. Now, let me preface this by saying this is still very, very new. So you're not behind. As of June 2026, you're not behind. There's a lot of brands on here that are still not really checking and getting back to creators. As you'll see, I have not made any money on Trybe yet, but I'm starting to get myself familiar with it because a lot of brands are starting to go this route. When you look in your DMs and your emails, you're going to start seeing brands asking if you want them to whitelist your content on Meta, which is Facebook and Instagram. So although I myself have not made any money yet, I have had some content approved. I've got a lot of brands that haven't even responded to my request, and I did it a month and a half ago. So again, this is still very new. I've talked to several big brands that have said they're still on the wait list to get in here. So again, you're not late. And yes, I have not made money on this yet, but I know I will. So that's the key. Okay. So when you go to start Trybe, you're going to like create your profile, and it's going to ask you like to put some of your featured work. So you definitely want to do this, and you want to do like a mix of like talking head and just like very aesthetic. Okay. I've seen several brands say they go and they look at this before they approve you to even work with their brand. So Trybe is not like TikTok where they're just willy-nilly sending out samples to everyone. You might come across some brands that do that, but you really do have to like impress these brands. So put your best content as your featured work. Okay, you'll see here I've just uploaded some TikTok videos, and then you're going to do your areas of focus. So I do a lot of beauty, health, and food. And then these are the brands that like have accepted me to work with them. Okay. And then I'm not sure why it says 0 approved submissions, because I do have some approved submissions. So keep in mind, this is all new and it's still pretty glitchy. So just start getting yourself comfortable with Trybe. Okay. So there is a chat function where you can chat with brands. I will say this has been kind of annoying because you can't mute these. So it is a little annoying if you have the app on your phone. You cannot mute, and these are just like all just kind of people chit-chatting. Okay. So let's go ahead and go to home. So where I would start, if you're just starting out, if you have put all your videos, you've put your name, your whatever, you're going to go to discover brands. Okay. And the first time you go in here, it's going to be a lot to scroll through because you haven't looked at this yet. Okay. You're going to go through, you're going to find brands that you like already have content for on TikTok. So you can either search by your niche. I do find that some of these are like in niches that I'm like, I wouldn't think that they would be in that one. So if I were you, I would just take time to scroll through them all just to save you some time. Some of the biggest brands I've seen on here in terms of like as a TikTok creator is SandCloud, is Nello, is Vital Source, Mavwix, Primal Queen, Physician's Choice. Let's see. But there's a lot. Oh, Jiu, Final Boss Sour. There's also a lot of apps in here too. So these are not just products, you guys. Some of these are apps. You'll see here like per click. Some of these you're going to get paid a percentage of the GMV, just like you would on TikTok. But what you're going to see more often is percentage of ad spend. So you see this 7% of ad spend. Let's see who else. It's kind of a mix on who's doing GMV, who's doing ad spend. For me, most of the brands I'm working with are doing ad spend, which is really nice because keep in mind, you're not going to earn commission on these like you would on TikTok. You're going to earn the percentage of the ad spend or the percentage of the GMV, which is commission. But to me, it's not like trackable as easily as TikTok, if that makes sense. So you can see here, these are all the brands we have. So you're going to scroll through that. And when you find one that you're like, oh, I love this brand, I already make content for them. So let's say Queen Tape. You're going to click into it. You can even see how many creators they're already working with on Trybe, which you'll see the number is a lot smaller than TikTok. You'll see the top formats, and then you will see the top products. So their number one is this plumping collagen mouth tape. So what you'll do is you'll send a request to join, okay? When you do that, oh, I thought it was going to ask me, oops. On the app, it'll ask you to submit any content that you've ever done for them. And then it has a little spot where you can send a message. I'm not sure if it did this just because it's on the desktop. I don't want to send another one in case it does it again. But that's how you're going to like request to join. You can also track your brands if you do view all. So here's all the brands that have like accepted me to work with them. So you'll see here, Nello, I've submitted, this is actually wrong. Again, remember, this is glitchy, y'all. I have submitted a ton of Nello videos, and they've approved way more than 2. But let's just pretend that's correct. When you go to create your content, it's going to tell you, like, these are what they want you to promote. It's going to show the top content. It's going to show my submissions. So look, we can see everything that they've approved. And then anything that they have said revision requested, you will see here that they say, please re-upload without the music. Okay, so a lot of these are like trending audio from TikTok. They want to run this on Meta, so they can't have audio on it. All right. So you can, you upload, and then you can also see like who is doing the best. So like I could see, so look, I'm right here, number 4, even though I haven't made any sales yet. So that tells you this is like very undersaturated, okay, you guys? So let's see. If we go to analytics, again, I have not made any money here yet, as you can tell. Nello is the brand that has accepted the most in terms of number of submissions, and they have already told their top creators they aren't big Meta ad spenders. So I know, like, I'm not going to get rich off doing this for Nello, but there's other brands that are doing like 10,000, 15,000 a day in ad spend on Meta, okay? So your payouts will be here. You're going to be able to see like how much you've made. And then other than that, it's really just going through, finding the brands you've made content for, trying to get approved by them, and then going through and submitting. Now, something to keep in mind, some brands are like, just submit anything and everything. Some brands are like, we won't take anything with text overlays. We won't take anything with music. We won't take anything with captions. So it does depend on the brand, but note that this is a really good way to basically double dip with, if you're making money, you're already making content for these products on TikTok, you might as well see if you can make money on Meta as well, especially if the brand is going to put ad spend behind your video. That's going to be amazing. So hopefully this helped. Let me know in the comments what other questions you have about Trybe.